Buenos dias. We're here at the gym. It is 8:45. I've already started warming up. But right now, we got SSB squat. I'm about to show you, hold on. All right, so we're warming up. We got SSB squat. I'm out here with my man, Patrick. They say what's up to YouTube, Pat.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Let's get it, baby.
Say what's up to YouTube, Pat.
Hey, what's up?
All right, yeah. So we out here this morning. I got SSB, a top set, probably hit like 475, something like that. And then we got deadlift. Hopefully I'm gonna be going a little heavier today on deadlift. Deadlift has been lacking, it's been my handicap lift, so I'm definitely gonna be trying to put in some work today, and we're gonna take it from there. So, yeah.
And then I put the distortion pedal on it. I made it sound like this. And that's when I started getting my courage back.
Damn, boy. Damn, boy, he's thick, boy.
I started remembering, yo, as long as I'm alive, as long as I got breath in my lungs, I still got a chance. See, I ain't done until I say I'm done. And guess what?
What's goody? Happy Friday. About to pull up to the gym here. Got a heavy squat single. Got some pause deadlifts and then a little bit of leg accessories. And then yeah, shouldn't be too long. But yeah, it should be a pretty good gym session. Got my coach pulling up. Vibes should be good. I mean, there should be like mad people in the gym today. So yeah, just we about to get it. Let's go.
Oh, say like.
Hey yo, we here at the gym, about to get this squat in. Just did a warm up, do 10 minutes on the bike. Now we hopping into the squat. And yeah, let's get it.
Oh, hell, if they don't like it, I might turn up by myself. Hey, no, I don't need opinion.
All right, just finished up on squat. Took forever. Had a lot of people like working in with the squat with me, but we got through it. We did a top set, 705. Yeah, 705 for a single, RPE 7. Moved like butter. It really moved better. So next week is week 4 of the block, so that's where it's like going to be the heaviest, and we're just going to see what happens. I have a number in mind, but I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to create expectations. So on the deadlift, we got light pause deads, and then we're going to keep moving from there.
No, I did this for myself. For myself. Hey, hey, yeah. I believe in me. The way that I used to. I believe in me. That's all you need to do. Take the BRC. $1 million murder. That's what I'm feeling like. 'Cause I know who I am. Death to my depression and anxiety. Death to all my stress and what I'm trying to be. Ain't no more down. Say when it comes.
All right, so we just got back to the crib, finished the workout. I'll do like a little debrief thing because on the film that I got earlier this week, I didn't even do a closeout video. I just ended my training session, then I had to leave. Mainly because half the time, whenever I'm working out, like I said, I end up running out of time because I mean, it just takes my workouts take so long, and you know I feel bad. So my wife will call me or she'll text me, and you know sometimes I be getting curfews on my workout. So like my earlier training session, which hopefully will be in this YouTube video, it got cut kind of short, and then there was no closeout, so it's probably just gonna go from that last part of training to right into when I'm talking in the car. But anyways, do a little closeout for this part. I'm gonna try to film tomorrow. I'm gonna show, I got bench tomorrow, so I'm gonna show a little bit of kind of like my morning routine, like what I do before the gym. Sometimes my morning routine varies depending on just how early it is in the day, But yeah, I'm gonna show you the kind of like what I do before training, and then I'm gonna get after it. Got a pretty heavy bench set tomorrow, bench single, so hopefully that'll be something good. But yeah, other than that, no other real updates. The training session today went amazing. Like the deadlifts were just light, it wasn't nothing crazy, but with the squat, like squatting, like this is my third time, or this is my fourth time ever putting something over 700 pounds on my back. And like today, out of every other day I've done it, has felt amazing. 4 months ago, that was my max. And the fact that I doubled 700 pounds last month and then did 705 today, and it just moved so well. I mean, I'm very, very thankful, obviously, like, cause I mean, anything can happen. So I'm very thankful for just, being able to stay healthy. That's the biggest thing. And I'm looking forward to the competition in 7 weeks. And hopefully if I can continue to stay healthy and continue to progress, I mean, who knows what's going to happen. I'm still like an amateur in the game. Like, I have not been powerlifting that long. And just to see the progression, it's absurd. So I'm very, very excited to continue to progress. I'm definitely most confident in my squat, my bench, and my deadlift are something that I'm continuing to work on confidence-wise. And yeah, just kind of taking things from there. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Right, good morning. I told you I was gonna do it, so I'm gonna do it. A little bit of a morning routine, pretty much what I do in the morning when I'm gonna work out as soon as I wake up. Very first thing that I do is I drink about 8 ounces of water, just because, I haven't had water, I don't know, in the last 9 hours or so. So I try to make sure that I am just, I guess, replenishing my body, starting out with as much water as I can get in. I don't know about like you guys, but for me, whenever I'm drinking water first thing in the morning, and it's like the very first thing in my stomach, it actually it kind of hurts my stomach.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin. This is serious.
But yeah, that's the kind of the first thing I try to do. And I know like a lot of like nutritionists and other people say like you should start out the day with 8 ounces of water, just because, like you said, you haven't had water in so long. So then pretty much what I do is, bear with me, I feel like this kind of dark. Pretty much what I'll do is then I'll start making my stuff. So right before I leave, start out with my pre-workout. Come on now, free advertising. All right, so take the Gatorade. I get the 0 sugar one just because, I know some people, they want the sugar in the Gatorade when they work out for like the simple carbs, but for myself, I'm eating so many other things throughout the day and so many other carbs that I'd rather not take my carb and calorie intake through something like Gatorade. So I'll take that, and then I'll put my pre-workout in it, but my pre-workout is currently in the car, so you're not gonna be able to see the magic of that quite yet. I might take a dry scoop at the gym, but if I'm feeling bold. All right, yo. I just set my tripod up in my car in the passenger seat on the floor.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
Why did I never think of this before? I can't tell you how many times I've been trying to hold the phone while driving, and then I've almost been clapped off like 3 times trying to get this content. So first things first, you gotta appreciate the effort. If you don't appreciate anything else about this channel, appreciate the effort of me trying to get this content out. But anyways, just finished the workout. I'm gonna do like a little debrief on the workout. If the tripod starts sliding like it is right now, it's probably because I'm on a sharp turn. I'm gonna fix the camera once I finish the turn though. Hold on. Oh! Not nearly as genius as I thought it would be, because clearly the car's gonna be moving. But this is we're gonna work with this. So forget it. Yeah, so I started out with bench. I think you guys will see like everything that I do kind of with the bands to start. I started doing the band work. Goodness gracious, man. Hey, we getting there. I started doing the band work probably about 7-8 months ago. Oh my god.
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
So we started doing. Tell me why I really thought this was genius. Joint sliding all over the place. I was at a red light when it was still, so now I feel dumb, but whatever. Started doing the band work like 8 months ago. I had a slight strain in my pec, and I started doing the band work to help me really loosen up my deltoids, my scalp, my back, everything. Just like really get the upper body warm. So I do a lot of band work, not just on the days that I bench, but also on the days that I squat. I do a lot of band work because since I do a low bar squat, the band work helps with my mobility. I used to get really bad shoulder pain, pain in my forearm, pain in my biceps, pain in my like rear delts whenever I would hold low bar because I didn't have the mobility, and I still have terrible mobility. However, the band work that I've been doing has helped out a ton. It's helped me just gain that mobility to be able to maximize the bar being where it needs to be. I know a lot of people struggle with low bar, especially when they first start, because it's extremely uncomfortable, and it's like, yeah, it's just really hard to get used to. But the hardest part about it is just gaining the mobility with something that you've never done before. So all that to say, band work. I started out with doing probably 15 minutes worth of band work to really, maybe like 10, to get my just upper body very warm, to get my shoulders, because as I'm loading up heavy weight, obviously it takes a toll on my body. So the warm up is key. I never ever bench without doing my bands before. Now, like you might have seen, or I might have told you, whatever, I lift at two places. I lift at One Life, and I lift at Benefits Body Shop in Rockville. I think mostly from what you've seen in my YouTube channel is when I'm at the place in Rockville. There's a reason for that, but I'll get into that later. So when I go to the place in Rockville, they have a crazy amount of selection of bands. Like, I mean, it's probably like 50 bands in there. Versus when I'm at One Life, I feel like I got, we're fighting for bands. Like, you find one band, someone else probably have taken it, and then there's only like really like 2 or 3 good bands. Most of the time they're taken, so I just bought my own so I can do band work when I'm at One Life. Anyways, then I got on to bench. I do my regular, 1 plate, 2 plate, and then obviously when I'm working in kilos, I do 1 plate, 1 red, which is 25 kilos, 55 pounds, 2 reds, which is 265 pounds. But then I don't know if you guys noticed the collars or the clips that I use, these like big metal joints, those are 2.5 kilos per collar. So they're 5 pounds each, so it's an extra 10 pounds. So yeah, I know a lot of people, it's like I have to put in what my numbers are because not everyone can read kilo math. If you've been powerlifting for a long time and you've been using kilos for a long time, then you see that and it's like adding 45s on pound plates, but kilos, it's something different. And hopefully like I'll have like each lift will have the number on it. But yeah, so I got up to my top set at 429 pounds for a single, and it was at like RP7. It felt really good, despite I'm having like a little bit of shoulder / side pec aggravation. It's not a strain. I've had the strains before. I've never tore my pec, thank God, but it's like a little bit of come on now, a little roundabout. It's just a little bit of aggravation. So that aggravation is leading to a little bit of hesitancy. So bench is like very rhythmic. Like it's when I bench, it's like a rhythm. Like I'm unload, squeeze, hold. It's like it's hard to explain, but to anybody who has been benching for a while, that like it's rhythm. If you hold it out for too long, you're wasting energy. If you sink it in your chest, you're wasting energy. If you bring it down too slow, you start doing it like a tempo bench, and again, you're wasting energy. So for me, if I have any type of strain, soreness, tightness, it throws off my rhythm, because then I feel like I have to like adjust my body to make up for what I'm like lacking on, or what hurts per se. So like if my left side is hurting, I might load up my right side a little bit more, like literally during the lift, to take some of the ease off the left. Obviously that's like, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be very like proportionate when you're lifting, especially in a bench press. And even talking about it like this, you wouldn't even think it's that complex, but it's one of those things to where it's like everything is key. Every single mechanical thing is key, and that's the biggest thing with powerlifting. And that's what I was saying in my very first video, is like, it's the mechanics is crucial. The slightest thing can throw your whole lift off. So that being said, a little bit of shoulder pain. Hopefully, actually within maybe the next couple of days, I'm gonna go get it treated, which I try to, usually every 2 to 3 weeks, I try to get dry needled and cupped, doing like the cupping treatment, and that helps me a ton. It helps with the recovery process, and it feels amazing. It literally feels amazing. So hopefully tomorrow or early next week, I'll be able to get the cupping done. In August, I missed 429 pounds as my third attempt. Like I explained in the meet recap that I did, I was having like insane amount of tightness in my back, so it was very, very hard for me to like keep my leg drive. Since I've missed 429 back in August, I've hit it 3 times since then, which anybody who's a lifter knows that those lifts that you fail feels amazing when you can consistently hit it. So it makes me confident going into my competition in January that 429, that may be a second attempt when that was a third attempt back in August. That's progression. So again, little by little, day by day, continue to get better, continuing to exploit your weaknesses, which it's crucial in powerlifting. It's crucial in any aspect of training, life, whatever you're weakest at. That's what you want to exploit. Like, a lot of people want to hide their weakness. Like, I'm not like that. Like, I want to figure out what my weakness is. It makes you vulnerable. Fine. Exploit your weakness. What are you weak at? Work twice as hard as it. Work twice as hard doing it. And I promise you, you give it that time with the consistency and everything else, it won't be a weakness much longer. It might even be your strong point. So for myself, I know what my weaknesses are, and I'm extremely determined to not have them as weaknesses for much longer, and then exploit other weaknesses or explore what I can get better at. So yeah, Saturdays is pretty much when I do a heavier bench. It's like, even though it's the third time I bench in the week, the second or third time I bench in the week, it's my primary bench day. And I know that might be hard to gather. You would think that like it'd be earlier in the week when maybe I'm not as fatigued, but it's actually at the end of the week, and it's actually better that way, and it's hard to explain, but whatever. So yeah, bench moved well. Went on and I didn't do any of my back down sets. Usually I had one back down set at 95% of 429, so that probably would have been like, I don't know, like 415, 418, something like that. But I decided to cap it off at my top set, just because I'm gonna let my chest, shoulder area get some more time to heal. I'll let my coach know about it. That's the biggest thing too, is like keeping my coach in the loop. He's very detail oriented, which I appreciate. So I'm gonna, keep in communications with him and let him know everything I'm feeling. And then, yeah, what did I do after that? I did some low rows. I did some low cable rows. Really focused on the squeezing basically at the top of the rep per se, like focusing on like the contraction. Any accessories, I try to do my accessories like a bodybuilder would. I don't take a lot of rest in between sets. I try to focus on the squeezing, focusing on like the eccentric motions. I don't just try to slop together my accessories just to say I did it. Like, I'd rather hit like let's say I have 5 accessories, I'd rather hit all 3 I'd rather hit 3 out of 5, and I'm doing them right, and I'm doing them how they're meant to be done, versus just, I don't have a lot of time, I'm just gonna throw these accessories together, I don't care about what I'm doing, whatever. Like, no. I treat my accessories like I would treat squat, bench, deadlift. So I did that, and then I did some short, like light shoulder presses, again, just not trying to aggravate my chest and my front delt, just trying to, like, you know, keep the blood flow. So I just did, I think, 4 sets with that, and I just called it there. Like I said, I'm on a little bit of a time crunch today, so I had to get it in. And then when I have to consider that I'm driving, you know, 30 plus minutes to the gym, that adds to the time that I'm not home per se. So if I'm doing a 2-hour workout, I gotta add another hour and a half worth of car time. So you know, it could be me being gone for like 4 hours, which is crazy. But yeah, that's my little recap. I don't know why I've been so hesitant this whole time in my YouTube videos. I don't know why I've been so hesitant. It took me so long to actually get to the point of filming, but I feel like I'm talking to someone, which is absurd because I'm looking at myself. I'm talking to myself. No one is listening to me, I'm sure. That's why I had to get tint, because I know when I'm talking to myself in the car, other cars are looking at me like, yo, what is he doing right now? But honestly, I kind of like it. Like, I feel like as I'm talking about my lifts and stuff, it's making me think more, if that makes sense. But if you've made it this far in the video, I appreciate you big time. You already know that the brick by brick merchandise, or not merch, let me address that real quick. It's not merch. Stop saying that it's merch. It's not merch. I know I just said it too. It's not merch. It's apparel. Okay, merch is like if I was a rapper, we're at a concert, you're at a tour, and you go to a booth and buy a shirt. That's merch. You go to a Washington football game, you go buy a Washington hat, that's Washington merch. This is apparel. I'm correcting myself and everybody else who calls it merch. It's not merch, it's apparel. So my apparel dropped last Saturday. I don't know what date this is gonna release, but last Saturday from today is the 18th, so the 11th is when I had my release. It has been phenomenal. Last Saturday, the release was the most orders I've gotten in one day, which is amazing. The love, the support, all of it has been truly appreciated. I can't thank you guys enough for the support. My goal is, like, obviously I want to sell out this drop. Like, it's been a week and I don't have much stuff left, but I do have stuff left. So people who always ask me, yo, you got stuff? Or you have anything in stock? First of all, yo, check the website. How many times have I put the website in my stories? Josh Price Fit, if you're not following me on IG. Posting on my Brick by Brick page, which is at Brick by Brick Fit. If you're not following that, you're lame. It's like, you're not lame, but just follow it. It's not hard. It's a button. But yeah, like, it's there. Everything that I have up there is like, I show you what's in stock and what's not in stock. If you still want to ask me, I know, like, it might come off as me complaining. I don't care. You can ask me if I have stuff in stock. I'll probably tell you yes, or I'll tell you if it gets restocked or whatever. But I have ginormous plans for over the next couple months, between this competition prep, between blank, I'm not gonna say it. There's a ton of stuff going on. So if you haven't checked it out already, you can check it out through my IG, Josh Price Fit. It's in my bio, where you can access, like, my YouTube and my Brick by Brick stuff, or follow my brand account, or just go. You don't have to do any of that. Some people hate IG. You could just go to brickbybrickfit.com and then go get you some stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got hoodies, got long sleeves. I mean, what's better than that? I don't know. If you know something that's better than that, comment what's better than that, because I don't know what's better than that. The prices are good, the quality's dope, the brand speaks for itself. Yeah, so this recaps this ends the video right here. Once again, I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Like I said, I'm gonna really focus on trying to be more consistent in my, like, trying to drop stuff weekly. I'm not gonna make any excuses. I'm gonna get it done. So once again, thank you for everything. I appreciate the love and support. Let's keep this train going. We are 7 weeks out from my competition, and we are 20 weeks out from nationals. So let's keep this train rolling. All right, I love you guys.